So what's going on, YouTube? Sitting here on a Sunday, Lexington, Kentucky, at this Holiday Inn here, Southern style. And every time I come to the South, there's always something that is very interesting to me. I've traveled to pretty much every city in the United States. I think I've traveled to every city in the United States. But there's something about Southern cities that's a little different. Now, I'm not a guy that's like, oh my gosh, you know, a white guy's looking at me or anything like that. I mean, that doesn't really bother me. You know, I'm not one of those mad black men or anything like that, right? But here's the funny thing. I found out that, and this is not just white race, this is any race. I'm going to start it off, I'm going to ask you this question. How many people on YouTube subscribe, I want you to tell me, has actually had a member of another race in your home? I mean, think about it. You as a black person, have you ever had a member of the Caucasian race in your home? Latin, European. I mean, any other race besides your own race. Have you had anything like that in your any person like that in your home ever? Some people's answer to that question is no. And my other question I have to this is that, are we socially challenged? I'll give you an example. All right, we all know the Martin Luther King story when he marched and he did his thing, you know, and he tried to integrate people, okay, which is a good thing because people are people no matter what color you are. You know, I mean, if a poor person is poor, they're poor because they have poor thoughts. Whether you're white, black, green, yellow, no matter what color you are, that's why you're poor. You know? So Martin Luther King did his thing to integrate schools and bring schools together, okay? But now we have black universities. Now, here's the thing. Some black people may say, oh, well, white people can go to our schools. Well, if I was a Caucasian person, why would I want to go to a black university where there's probably more of like, you'll see a lot of black pride there, you know, everything's around color, you know, everything's around this, you know, we divide ourselves. Give you an example. In Islam, we believe in Muhammad. And there was the Muslim people are from all different colors, races, backgrounds, and things of this nature. So there's a story that he went into the mosque one day, and people were sitting in different groups. You had the Indians sitting in this group, Pakistanis in this group, different groups in the mosque. They were divided up, right? Because it's natural sometimes to want to talk to somebody who you can kind of relate to, I guess, whatever. You have the same thoughts, whatever. And he said, we sit in one circle. Islam is not a religion of, or not a religion of different races. You know, the Pakistanis practice a certain way, whatever. No, we do things together, and that's the same thing with life. You know, because what I notice is like a lot of times I have this one particular guy I know in Mississippi. When I walk in the room with my wife, and sometimes my wife says hello, whatever, he it's like a deer in headlights. He's acting like he doesn't know what to say. Like it's almost like he's thinking, oh my gosh, what do white people talk about? Like, how do I have a conversation with them? It's to the point where it's like almost just ignorant. Because think about it, the best education I've had is traveling. And one thing I've noticed about people that travel a lot of those people have open minds. Because you're forced to have an open mind. Because you know that everything isn't done the same way it's done in the United States. You know? But that's my challenge to the people who are watching this. Learn something different. Do something different. You know? I mean, I've talked to people, right? African Americans, who have all these misconceptions of what white people are. Oh, they hate us, they racist, whatever. Okay, maybe they are. Maybe there are some people. There's a lot of black people that are racist. You know? We see that's what we fail to realize is that racism is basically an ignorant behavior. It's the behavior of something that you haven't developed yet if you're a racist. Because think about it. Black people didn't create themselves. White people didn't create themselves. God created us. For those of you who don't believe in God, Mother Nature or Mother Earth or whatever you want to call it, we were created. We're the same thing, just different colors. You know? So I just get confused. I'm just like, sometimes I look at things, like for instance, I was at a restaurant today, and we're in a Thai restaurant. And this black female was in the booth over. So she just kept coming over and just looking to see in my booth, you know, because her wife is Caucasian, just to look at the booth to see, like, wow, he's with a white person. Go figure. Like, okay, you see, there's a lot of, I don't know. This is supposed to be the most developed country in the world. We're a country of immigrants, but yet we are separated. You know? Because you guys tell me, what if Martin Luther King, right? If he fought for so long to integrate schools, why would you have a black university? Why do we have things like it's almost like it becomes the race Olympics. Like when you see the guys in the Olympics and they're carrying flags and it's all about competition, you know, it's all about like, what can the blacks achieve? What can the whites achieve? What can the Asians achieve? I mean, it becomes like the race Olympics. Who cares what color a person is? A person did it. Like sometimes people say to me, oh man, you know, you just, I take my hat off to you, man. You're a strong black brother. Okay. Now, I look at this from different eyes. This is what some people say. They're saying that, okay, maybe from what I see, there's not a lot of black men who are in positive things. I disagree with that. Give you an example. If you drive, let's say you get a black Mercedes-Benz car, all of a sudden you will start noticing all the other black Mercedes-Benz that are around you. Let's say you get a white Corolla. Same thing. You will just, all of a sudden, you'll start looking at all the white Corollas that are around you. You start, as soon as you get that, you start focusing on that. So my statement is to those guys is that that's what you're probably just focusing on the negative ones and not seeking out the ones who are positive. I look at myself as a person. God created me as a person, and He happens to make me black. But that doesn't separate me from the human race, because that's the only race I think that exists, is the human race. We're not that much different from each other. You know, we may talk a little different, we may walk a little different. You know, our culture may be a little different than others. But when it comes down to it, we all are human beings. So my last statement I want to say on this is this. Be smart about it. Don't fall into everybody is different, I can't talk to this person, whatever. Elevate as a person. Motivate yourself. I mean, just be different, because if you're able to communicate with others besides yourself who talk like you and walk like you and listen to the same music, it would just be a little more growth in your life, just to extend yourself and talk to someone who doesn't look like you. So that's my ranting and raving on that topic, whatever. So let me hear your questions and comments and things of nature and some of the things you've experienced. So until next time, signing off.